Hello world, we're back at it again with another video talking about the greatest affirmation of all time in relation to realizing who you truly are. Okay? Normally affirmations are associated with selfish desires. Like, I'm going to attract success. I'm going to attract money. I'm going to do the best for my kid and things like that, okay? Now, these are okay for a while, but you may notice that the common element to all these affirmations is that they're selfish by nature, meaning they're only looking mainly to enhance your sense of self, okay? Which means selfish or self-centered or directing to the attention to the person, okay? This is the main reason affirmations don't work. Okay, another reason why affirmations don't work, the other half of that is because you are trying to get things that are temporary, like happiness, like money, like the best for your child, and so on. Because these things come and go, guys. Whatever you can obtain, you can also lose. That's for everything, okay? Anything that you can get, you can lose, okay? It's inevitable. You can't have one without the other. So why are you using an affirmation for something that you're going to lose anyways? It may sound harsh what I'm saying, but really it's just facts, okay? Why are you affirming for something that's going to come and go all the time? You already know the ending. Okay? So instead of doing that, why don't you use an affirmation for something that you can't gain or you can't lose? Meaning for something that's always there for yourself. If you do an affirmation for the realization of yourself, then you will always have yourself because you are yourself. So why waste time on affirmations that are going to be for temporary things when you can use an affirmation for something that never ends, that is eternal, that is always here? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so now I'm showing you how it doesn't make sense, and then I'm giving you an option that makes a lot more sense. Okay, that is to use an affirmation for something that is always here. Yourself. The affirmation is, I want to realize myself more than anything. I want to realize myself more than anything. I want to realize myself more than anything. Okay. Now, you may say, Brian, well, isn't that also selfish? Because you're saying, I want to realize myself more than anything? No, actually. The reason for this is because when you realize yourself, you go from selfish to selfless. Selfless. When you realize yourself, you become selfless. So everything you do is not for yourself anymore. That's simple. Because there's no person. It's just you. It's just awareness. Okay? What this means, to break it down to this most simple form, is that everything that I do, or anything that a realized person does, is not for me, not for that person. It's for the good of all. Because when you realize yourself as awareness or as presence. Okay? And then you look at another human being and you see that yes, they are a separate human being, but underneath that is the same presence, the same awareness. So then when you realize yourself and you look at another human being, automatically there is this understanding that I seem separate from you, but in reality, you are and me are one. Where there's no distinction because it's the same awareness. Because of this, the self-affirmation, I want to realize myself more than anything, is selfless and is the highest thing that you can ask for, is to realize yourself. When you realize yourself, you do the world a huge favor. Like Sadhguru says, he says that instead of being the source of problems, you become the source of solutions. Because there's no self. It's not selfish anymore. You're doing it for the whole, for all people. So instead of looking at things from a biased perspective, and from the perspective of opinions, you look at the facts. How can I contribute to humanity as a whole? So this is the greatest affirmation of all time. I want to realize myself more than anything. This will create a hunger, a strong hunger. If you say it over and over and over and over and over again until it becomes a habit, it will create this strong hunger. And nothing will stop you from realizing yourself as long as you place your realization as the most important thing you could ever do in this life. That's how important it should be, because it's eternal. It's always here. It's selfless. It's the best. It's for the good of all people, actually. Thanks for watching.